What is going on, guys? This is Edward from Boxing Fanatical, and today we're going to talk about how Conor McGregor can actually win this fight versus Floyd Mayweather. Stay tuned. Okay, so we know that the odds are stacked heavily against Conor McGregor, heavily. But Paulie Malignaggi was interviewed, and most of these points will come from what Paulie Malignaggi stated, which I agree with, and I'll add, some elements of my thoughts as well as to how I think Conor McGregor could pull this off if he was the path of victory, if you will, the route that he would need to take to actually win this fight. Granted, do I think he's going to win the fight? No, but every single person, I believe, has a chance. Even if the chance is very, very slim, everyone has a chance to win because it is combat sports and anything can happen in combat sports. Granted, the percentages are lower the more skilled the fighter is, and Mayweather is highly, highly skilled. But if these things come together, then maybe Conor McGregor can pull off the biggest upset in boxing history. Paulie Malignaggi was interviewed by MMA Fighting on SBN, the YouTube channel. And in that interview, and I'll put the link in the description if you want to see the interview in its entirety, he stated that Conor McGregor needs to have these moments, and this happens in boxing. Sometimes the lesser fighter or the fighter that isn't at the level of the other fighter gets moments. The moments happen for them, where for example, Sugar Shane Mosley. When Sugar Shane Mosley rocked Mayweather, and his legs were linguini for like the whole rest of the round. When Mosley rocked him, he created a moment, a very rare moment, but he created a moment. When Zab Judah rocked Mayweather and Mayweather's glove actually touched the ground, and it wasn't scored a knockdown, but that should have been a knockdown. When his glove touched the ground, that was Zab Judah creating a moment. When Zab Judah had Mayweather up against the ropes, that was Zab Judah creating a moment. When Chop Chop Corley rocked Mayweather and pushed him up against the ropes, that was Chop Chop Corley creating a moment. So they're very, very few and very, very far between, and you can actually count the amount of times that legitimate moments were created in your hand, almost with your fingers. So Conor, let's take out the notion. Let's be realistic, guys. Let's be realistic. Let's take away the notion that he will outbox Mayweather and win a decision. That's not gonna happen. The only way that Conor McGregor can win this fight is if he, first of all, uses his awkward style. But now, Paulie didn't mention this, but I'm gonna mention this. He has a 4-round window of opportunity. 4 rounds, and the first 4 rounds, if he does not utilize his awkwardness and create an opening and create a trap within 4 rounds, it's over. Because Mayweather will literally download all of his repertoire into Mayweather's brain, and then Mayweather will anticipate every single action that he will be performing, unless he's reinventing himself every single round, which is unheard of. Very few boxers can do it. Mayweather can do this, but very few boxers can actually do something like that, because it means to throw away everything you've trained for your entire life. How have you trained for your entire life? However, he is going to be awkward because he brings that MMA style, which Mayweather will have to understand. But while Mayweather is trying to understand it, that's his window of opportunity. So if he can get off within those 4 rounds, if he can create little moments, as Paulie mentioned, as Paulie stated, little moments, if he can create these little moments, and then maybe one of those moments become a really big and dangerous moment for Mayweather, and then he can capitalize in that moment to finish it, that is Conor McGregor's chance of winning this fight. That is the only scenario that I can see in my mind of Conor actually coming into this fight and winning it. He's not gonna outbox Floyd. Last time he boxed was in the amateurs. He's not gonna outbox Floyd. He's not gonna outpoint Floyd. He's not gonna, win rounds here and there to make it, any type of like a questionable decision when it comes to, when it finally comes to the judging. So what he has to do, and I agree with Paulie Malignaggi wholeheartedly in this, is he has to create those little moments, and maybe one of those little moments can become a bigger moment, and then he can capitalize on that big moment and take Mayweather out. But just keep in mind, 47 people have tried to do this. I know a lot of people say 49, but it's actually 47 because he rematched Jose Luis Castillo and he also rematched Maidana. 47 people have tried to do this. 47 people have tried to do this, have tried to take Mayweather out. And Mayweather, I mean, the only recorded knockdown, even though Zab Judah was supposed to be a knockdown, but Mayweather, it wasn't called a knockdown, so whatever. This is boxing. It's nuanced sometimes. But the only recorded knockdown ever was when Mayweather actually punched his opponent and like broke his hand. He punched his opponent, broke his hand, and when he winced and his pain of the breaking the hand, he went down and he touched the floor, touched the canvas, and that was recorded a knockdown by the referee. So there you go. I guess that's the universe correcting itself by not recording the knockdown when Zab Judah hit him, because that was clearly a knockdown, but then the one where Mayweather punched the guy was clearly not a knockdown. So he has one knockdown in his entire career. He doesn't get knocked down. So to take him out, that's gonna be very, very difficult. But if someone was to do it, it's an awkward style person. Look at the fight with Emmanuel Augustus. When he fought Emmanuel Augustus, that was hard for him. He was trying to figure it out. He was like, wait a second, what's going on? Emmanuel Augustus is the guy that does the drunken boxing style. He used to move around. He wasn't normal. He didn't stand in a normal orthodox stance and just box. He was just waving his arms, moving around, slipping and sliding constantly, punching from awkward angles, and it created trouble for Mayweather. So Conor needs to embrace his awkwardness, and he needs to go full force. He has to have no respect for Mayweather, none at all, and he has to have no fear. So hopefully the fear thing is out of the way, because he's been on the big stage in MMA. He knows that he's sold millions of buys, so he knows how many people are watching him, and hopefully that diminishes that aspect of fear of being on a bigger stage, even though this stage is massive. But hopefully that he's used to that. But the respect, you have to have no respect. You have to go in there the way Maidana went in there, with zero respect. And then with that element of zero respect, you have to go in there, create those little moments within the 4-round window of opportunity, hopefully get one of those moments to become a big moment, and then when you have that moment become a big moment, you take him out. But look at all those things that have to happen for him to win. It's not going to be easy, but in my opinion, and of course, and Paulie Malignaggi's opinion as well, that's the only route to victory for Conor McGregor. And if he pulls it off, it will definitely be the biggest upset in boxing history. Bigger than Buster Douglas beating Mike Tyson, bigger than even Jeff Horn beating Manny Pacquiao. It will be huge. There you have it, guys. That is Paulie Malignaggi's take. Famed analyst, famed commentator for Showtime is Paulie Malignaggi. Actually, my favorite commentator in boxing. And also, he confirmed that he will be on the team for Sparring. He will be flown over to Las Vegas. He contacted directly with Jerry Byrne, who's on the team of Conor McGregor, and he is going to be flown over today, actually, Wednesday, July 19th. Okay, today he will be flown over to Las Vegas, and he will go ahead and start sparring with Conor McGregor and help him out in that regard. He won't be training him in any way, shape, or form, but if they ask for any tips or anything like that, he will be dropping some gems to see if he can help Conor McGregor out. All right, that is it, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace.